Car Rides with Ty. Ty Edwards, the real CEO dad, here for another installment. I think this is number 4. I'm on my way to a meeting with somebody that's starting an entertainment company. Okay? And I used to own my own entertainment company. I used to have a record label, an independent record label. Nothing serious, obviously, because if I did, I'd be like Diddy out here, but I'm not, obviously. You see how I live. So that didn't really work very well, but it did. It was very fun, and I learned a lot. And the reason why I did it, the reason why I had a record label was because, I started out doing MySpace pages and mixtape covers, and I started out doing a lot of things for independent artists. And over the years, I became friends with, and I met a lot of independent artists and rappers and bands and everybody from everybody, even poets and writers and stuff like that. I met plenty of people like that, and I was like, man, there's a lot of independent people out here that are creating really cool things that aren't selling it, or don't know how to package it right, or they don't understand the business of it really, right? And I always did the design, and I learned marketing, and websites and logos and all that kind of stuff is kind of like what I'm into, what I know. So naturally I got into it, right? Naturally I started to just kind of want to help other artists. And so it kind of started with friends of mine. More specifically, my man Smooth Leak. Anybody remembers me from back then? Not even that long ago, just a couple years ago. I used to manage Smooth Leak, and he's one of my best friends. But he was an independent artist that he didn't know really what to do. Like, he could make music, right? It's just you need more than just that, right? Like, everybody needs that business person with them, right? And that's what I was trying to be for people. So I at the height of it, I had a couple of artists, and even a DJ, my man DJ Night G, and my man Frankie. He's another really good friend of mine. He was, pretty much just helping with operations and helping with kind of just whatever, finding venues or financial investments, whatever. So eventually, I kind of stopped. I had to. I didn't have time to put into it. I didn't have time and money and all these different things to really focus on an independent record label, but I know now, especially now that I'm more involved in marketing and more, and I know more about that. I know for a fact, man, I could really, run a record label. I know how an independent artist should be operating. I know for a fact, how it works and how to do it, because it's just business, right? And I understand business now better, and I understand marketing more, and all these things. And when you understand these things, it's translatable to any industry, including music, including movies, including entertainment. It doesn't really matter what you're selling, as long as you understand marketing and business and all those kind of things. So music is similar to business, man. And I'm trying to. This is just me ranting a little bit, but also trying to give you some advice for independent artists out there, like what you should be doing. For one, stop looking for a record label. I mean, it's not a bad option if the deal is okay. I've seen plenty of deals. I've read through contracts. I've signed contracts with other other entertainment companies, and I know how it works. And you just be careful, and you definitely don't sign anything without having a lawyer, or definitely an entertainment lawyer. But at the very least, if you can't afford that kind of thing, at the very least, somebody else, mom, dad, anybody, right? Like somebody that's close to you, that you can trust, and that's a little bit smart about this kind of things. Or maybe you are. So just whatever. Just pay attention to the contracts. And the point is, I say don't sign any contract with a record label, because I believe in independent artists. I believe that independent artists have the power. The artists have the power, and the record labels kind of take that. Now, the reason why record labels have power, or you think they have power, is because they have money. That's the only reason why people. That's why record labels are. That's why they still exist. Honestly, they're falling by the wayside, and that's why all the deals all the contracts are structured differently nowadays. Is because the artists, the artists have most of the control and the power. If you have fans, you control all the power. I mean, record labels are nothing by themselves. Like, they need the artists. They need you to have a fan base. And that's why nowadays they're like, come to us with numbers. You better bring us numbers, because if you don't, they don't want to mess with you. They don't want to spend a bunch of money trying to build up your brand and build up your audience. They will, if you're really that good. But at the end of the day, you have to come to them already with an audience. And at the end of the day, you should already, if you are that good, your audience should have already built naturally. If you just post yourself online and you just be halfway active online in social media and put your music out to people, then you should already naturally have a following because your stuff's that good. So they want to see that, right? So, and that's the funny part is that, so now you know that record labels need to see numbers. So now people are like, oh, I need to get my numbers up. I need to get more views. And they like pay for views, or they do weird stuff just to have these numbers that I guess they think it means something, but in actuality it means nothing. And record labels know that. Like, we're not stupid. Like, I'm going to have my own record label at some point. I can tell. People can tell the numbers. Smart people look. Diddy can look at your numbers and be like, this guy is a lie. Like, these numbers are made up. All it takes is a little bit of research to see, because if you had 100,000 followers and you were making music, like, you better have some sales. Like, there's no way you have 100,000 followers and you make music and you have no sales, unless you really are fraudulent, unless you really did pay for those followers. Because if you have 100,000 people that really follow you and are checking for what you're doing and are essentially fans of you, then they will buy it from you. So, and this is a great transition. So this is why you don't need record labels, because when you do build these numbers, once you do build your fan base, you don't need anybody. You don't need anybody. You have your fans. Now you just sell to them. And that's where the balls dropped, is that the artists just want to make cool things, and and you just hope, I don't know what you hope, that somebody's going to come and just sign you give you a bunch of money, a lump sum. No, you have a product, you make a creative thing, you need to sell it. You make a song, you sell it one at a time. You make an album, you sell it one at a time. You go to a show, you have a show, you sell the tickets one at a time. T-shirts one at a time. You need fans. You need people that like you. Build your fan base. Build your fan base and sell to them. That's all you need to do as an independent artist. And a lot of people are not doing that. Be on social media. Go live. You already know how it works. You see them all the time. You see how people kill the Instagram game. You know what it takes. It just takes activity. It takes over and over again doing things and being interesting. And people want to see, people are checking for you, man. I mean, they're not, but they will. If you put it out there, they'll watch. I mean, they'll watch. People they're always on their phones. They want something to look at. So give them something that's, halfway entertaining. So if you're an artist, I think you need to be, first of all, you need to be focusing on your music anyway. You need to be in the studio all the time. You need to be writing all the time. You need to be focused on this stuff. If you really want to be an artist, you're not going to become a profitable, full-time, working for yourself artist unless you put in the work and focus and dedication. So as you do that, as you make that change and that flip in your life of I'm gonna go all in, I'm gonna focus, document that. Make videos of that. Post that on social media, even if you have nothing. Even if you're only recording in your damn closet and it's ugly. Even if you're, it doesn't matter where you are. People don't care. Like, you don't have to constantly flaunt all the time, man. Like, it's okay to show that you're broke, because you are. And show that you're grinding and you're hustling for more. And the fact that you're even putting in the work, people are going to respect that. That's what you got to focus on. Don't worry about what people think about you. So, because at the end of the day, man, if you know you make good music, and if you don't make good music, then you got to know that, and you have to test that. I put music out, and people are telling me it sucks. Change it. Get better. Keep putting out music. Keep practicing. Keep emulating other artists. Don't swagger jack somebody 100%, but see what people like. See how the industry's turning. I mean, you have to make music that people are gonna like. And if you like music, whoever you like, you should kind of try to be like them a little bit. Think about that. If you know you like somebody, if you know you're a fan of somebody, then you have to know there's other people that are fans of that person, and you can tap into that fan base if you kind of are similar. You don't ever want to completely copy somebody. You always got to be original and be yourself, but understand that you have to make music that people like. It's just common sense. So man, that's the art of being independent. This is the art of being independent. Build a fan base, sell to them, please. And that's why you hear a lot of people talking about building your email list and all these different things. Forget about that. Forget about the task of building an email list. Forget about that for a second. Just focus on, I gotta build a fan base. And having a sheet with a bunch of emails on it, or a whole database of emails, is great. Imagine if you had that. So you really should be building your email list. You should be figuring out who your fans are. But even outside of that, just being on social media, being active, building up your fan base, turn around, sell to them. All right, make a product that is good. And if you don't think it's good enough yet, it's fine. Give it to them for free for now. But just know that at some point, you're gonna that second project, that third project, you better slap a price tag on it, and just be real about it. And people will respect that. Come on, man. You're spending all this money on studio time. You're spending all this money on music videos and album covers and all these different things. Like, people understand, man. Like, sell your stuff. They don't even think twice about it. But the real way to really capitalize as an independent artist is you're gonna have to capitalize on all that stuff. You can't just sell music. Music is just music. I mean, yeah, $1 a song. Like, come on. But if you're independent, that's great. Selling $1 a song, that's awesome. Because if you're getting that whole entire dollar, or you're getting 70 cents, right? Because you got to pay iTunes or whoever a little bit. That's great. Instead of having to pay a damn record label. So. But what I'm saying is, not only do you want to sell music, you got to have the shows. You have to have the merchandise. That's how you do it. The biggest thing you got to figure out is how to get every fan spending an average of $100 a year. That's probably a good number. A fan might buy a T-shirt, an album, a single, right? And say it's a signed album. What I'm saying? Like, just pay the averages. Like, some people might only buy a T-shirt. Some people might not buy any music. Like, I don't buy music, but I might buy a T-shirt. I might buy a hoodie. If I won't buy music, I'll just illegally download it or something, right? Because I end up a piece of crap, I guess. But you're gonna have that. But people might just want to buy the T-shirt, just to buy the hoodie, or just buy the album or whatever. But the big fans are gonna buy it all. And you want to get to the point where you have fans can buy. They have things to buy. Like, there's a new T-shirt, there's a new album, there's a package, there's a signed version. Like, boom, like, do that. You sell that to your fans every year. Be consistent. Then you have a show. You sell out the show. You have the T-shirts at the show. You capitalize on all the dollars, man. This is business. Independent artists, please take heed. Good luck, guys. Good luck. That's all. Car Rides with Ty. It's got a little long, but I hope this helped a lot of people, because I'm very passionate about this industry. I work. I do independent films. I still work with tons of independent artists, and I'm passionate about it. I feel bad a lot of times because I feel like people look at me like I've gotten Hollywood and I'm doing a whole lot of other things. And it's like, yeah, but I want to help you guys. I just, it is what it is. People are still trying to come to me for a $50 mixtape cover. And it's like, come on, man. Like, that was 10 years ago, right? No, not even. I mean, that was 2 years ago. But regardless, it don't matter. It was last week. If it was last week, who cares? I can't do $50 mixtape covers anymore. I can't do $50, $100 websites. Like, I just can't. So I hope that stuff like this can be valuable. And if you do need a mixtape cover, it's gonna cost a little bit, but please contact me, man. I can help. This is what I do. Logos, websites. I can help with everything. Music videos, all these things, everything that takes a brand and market. That's what I do. So if you have a budget, call me. But outside of that, I hope this helps somebody, man. Car Rides with Ty, signing off.